Hey everybody, Liz here from The Ride Life, physical therapist, and I'm here to tell you 4 different exercises, mainly 3, that you're going to add or want to add to your shoulder routine to get stronger through your upper body. As lady mountain bikers, we are not as strong in our upper body. That doesn't mean that we can't get there though. So these exercises are pinpointed directly to where we tend to be a little bit more weak and where we need a little bit more strength in our upper body, specifically to be on the bike and to help be in that aggressive stance, and also to help with some of the other moves that we want to make and some of the other skills that we want to do. Check them out. So the first exercise in this series of shoulder exercises to add to your workout is going to be a base exercise. This isn't necessarily one that you have to include in your exercises, but it's a good one to know how to perform the other ones correctly. So what you're going to do, you're going to line your side. And then your hand's going to rest on your side, and you're going to just bring your shoulder down and back. And then relax. And then shoulder blade down and back. It's a slight movement. And then if I turn around, then you can see my shoulder blade come down and back. So it comes together and then towards my bottom. And I like to have that move as a full, like, diagonal movement through there. This is what I mean whenever I say pack your shoulder, or make sure that your shoulder is stable, or use your shoulder blade muscles, because you're bringing that shoulder down and back, which engages the muscles between your shoulder blade and your spine, and that is how your shoulder gets stability. So we'll move right into our next exercise. So the next exercise in our series of exercises to add to your shoulder workouts is a row. A lot of people already do these anyways, but I want to make sure you know and understand how to do them correctly and how they apply to biking. So I'm going to do this here in a tall kneeling position. If you do it on your knees, it adds a little bit of core stability because you have to keep yourself upright and you don't have ankles or the rest of your legs to help you stabilize. So I like doing them on my knees, especially if I do a home workout. No one's looking, doesn't matter. And whenever you do this row, I like to have tension on a band or tension on the cable first. Then you pull back against it. The key is that my elbow doesn't go past my body. It just comes to my body, and then I squeeze my shoulder blades on top of that, which opens up my chest. If I try to bring my elbow back too much, you notice my shoulder actually comes forward. It dives forward as it rotates. I want it to open up and for my shoulder blades to come together behind me. I also like it whenever people do it for their elbows to be out a little bit more. This makes you more likely to be in the aggressive stance. For women who ride, most of the time we're not too strong in our upper body. And so being stronger, being able to handle that aggressive riding position, that riding stance is really important for us. Otherwise, we're not ready for things, and we could potentially crash and cause ourselves even more issues from it. So I like elbows out. If you can do it all the way, elbows out, fantastic, perfect. If you can't, and you can't keep those shoulders away from your ears when you're all the way out, a lot of people tend to do this. That's whenever I want your elbow a little bit lower as you do that row where you're opening up that chest. I don't really particularly like them close in. It's just not too much it's just too easy. It's not a challenge unless you're really weighted up. But to make it even more of a challenge where it's more applicable to us, women riders, that's whenever our arms need to go up and we pull back within that. It'll also work your deltoid the farther up you get to, which is perfect. That's what we need working as well. So second or main first exercise is the row. Perfect. All right, so the next exercise in this shoulder series is an upright row. I like using a kettlebell for this, and I'll post a link below to the ones that I like. I bought them off Amazon. And what you're going to be doing is that you raise up the kettlebell right in front of you, and then you're putting it back down. The key is that you want your stability coming from your shoulder blade. So as I do this, you see how my shoulders are actually locking in. They're not coming up. So I'm not raising all of my arms to do this. They're coming and nicely engaging back there through here to give me my ability to raise this guy. This is going to help me with my deltoid strength and my overall shoulder strength and endurance. I love this exercise. It's fantastic. The only thing it's not good for is if you have any internal rotation deficits or other shoulder issues. This may not be the perfect exercise for you. But again, I like the kettlebell, raising it up and coming back down. Again, I do this on my knees a lot of times, sometimes standing, sometimes even standing on one leg to help me give me a little bit better balance or to test my balance and make my core kick in a little bit more while I'm performing the exercise. So I figured I'd show it to you, and I'm kneeling. All right, let's go to the next exercise. All right, so our last exercise for our shoulder series is going to be a plank with shoulder taps. This one is going to work on the control and balance on one side with our core engagement. So a lot of people don't think about how their core is related to their shoulder. It is a lot. And so if we don't have good trunk control, then we're going to put more on our shoulder. And also if we're not used to using our shoulder with our trunk control, then we can have issues that start as well. So it's important to train yourself and to be balanced to use both of those in coordination with trunk to shoulder mechanics and movement. And a great way to do that is through a plank with shoulder taps. So what you're going to do, you're going to be in the plank position. Your feet are going to be a little bit wider than typical. And I do it on my fists because I have wrist issues. Make sure you're not loading your back. You're nice and engaged. And then you're going to tap and tap and tap. Try not to move and rock as you tap. It's nice and controlled, and it will definitely make you work. Again, whenever you're in that position, don't let your shoulders come up to your ears. Have them nice and locked down. So it's not necessarily back that you're getting because your chest can't open if your hands are forward, but it is definitely a down position of your shoulder blades, like towards your butt. Then that tapping adds in that trunk control factor with that coordination. It's primo. If you like this video and you don't want to miss out on any other videos, hit subscribe and also like my video. If you have any questions on these, please comment below, or if you found these helpful, please type helpful below. All of your comments help others to see this video and for it to pop up better within that. This is to help you ladies get stronger in your upper body, and it's specifically geared towards mountain biking. Add these to your exercises, or add these exercises to your routine. You won't regret it. If you have questions and you want a little bit more information about how to develop your own routine and to make yourself more balanced, I do online assessments that look specifically at your body and how you move and develop an exercise program for that. If you want more information, go to www.theridelife.com or click it down below in the description area, or just even write, hey, I'm looking for a little individualized plan, and I will reach out to you. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful day, and we will see you later.